Hello and welcome to another video from Alberta Bushcrafter. As you can see, I'm still kind of fiddling around with the lighting and so on, but bear with me. So, this video is another camp kitchen video because, well, I like to live comfortably. So this one today is on caffeine creators. Now, there are a number of them out there. There's some that are expensive, there's some that are gimmicky, some that are cheap. I'm going to go with the cheapest one here that a lot of people don't necessarily like. I'm going to start with it, and that is, instant coffee. This is the No Name brand. Somewhere between turpentine and road tar is what this stuff tastes like. Maybe I haven't got the mix right, but for some people this is all they need in the bush. I don't tend to be one of those people until I find the right brand. And everyone's coffee preferences are different. For example, I don't like Starbucks, but I'm a fan of Tim Hortons and Second Cup. You folks in America, well, you'll be getting Tim Hortons pretty quickly too. You'll see how much we like it. So, look at some other choices. So anything besides the instant, you're going to have to be packing coffee along. But this is an interesting choice I picked up for $5. This is actually a small sort of French press. So it's a mug, and it's got a sipper lid. You've seen this before. It's double walled, but it's not insulated. But the neat thing is, it actually has a little strainer. Now you could go more. You could go $30 for a GSI one of these. There are others that are twice that. They're titanium. I don't like titanium because titanium, to me, adds a bit of a taste. And, well, I don't like the taste of metal in my coffee. So anyways, the idea is you add whatever you need. It's usually 1 or 2 tablespoons, whatever your preference. You'll have to experiment yourself to get it right. Then you just pour the boiling water in, you mix it up, and you push that down. And it's supposed to push all the coffee grounds down, and then you've got fresh coffee. That's an idea. This is another one. This is actually a French press that I used for many years at the office. Works on the same principle. However, this one's not very suitable for camping unless you pad it because it's made of glass. If you want to go a little bigger, GSI, I don't know if they make this one anymore, but GSI makes a very large press. Now let's see how large. Now, it doesn't seem to say because GSI kind of, okay. This is a 1 liter coffee press. Looks like they did put it in there. Nice little arrow on top. Again, works just like a coffee press. I've used this at home. You can see it's fairly scratched up, so it's been in use for many years. The nice thing about the GSI large press is it's fairly light. Well, let's just go figure out how light it is. It's 373 grams. Plus, it's solid. You can pack some coffee in here. This is a nice little option if you really like your coffee. Now, I'm not even certain if you can still get these, but there are comparable ones on the market. The other nice thing is it's got this neoprene sleeve, so it is slightly insulated. It keeps the coffee warm for, I figure at least 15 minutes. So those are your press options. I am not going to go into the options on camping espresso makers or anything like that because, I mean, maybe the little pot's nice, but I've seen them in upwards of $120 and more with little filter pods and so on. To me, that's not camping so much as it is glamping, but hey, if you want it that way, fill your boots. Next choice which I take with me anyways as part of my standard kit. You can get these anywhere. This is an outbound model, and it's a good one because it's stainless. It's your standard little kettle. That's about 3/4 of a liter or so. It's more for your tea people, because you got a tea strainer in here. It goes about halfway down. So with this, you'd actually dispense with the tea strainer. You pour your coffee right in there. While you boil the water, then you pour your coffee in. You don't want to boil coffee because it actually makes it quite bitter. So you'd actually leave the coffee in there. You could simmer it a little bit. And there's a trick I learned off the Barbecue Bible website. If you want to settle the grounds, there's 2 ways to do it. One, you can actually pour a bit of cold water in when the coffee's done, just a teaspoonful or a tablespoon, really cold water, and that settles all the grounds. The one I learned off the Barbecue Bible website, of which I'm one of the moderators, is you can actually, you take a burning stick for some reason. This is a South African trick. So you make your camp coffee, you take a burning stick, poke it in there, and pull it out, and that'll also settle the grounds. I don't know if it adds much of a charcoal taste to the coffee. I haven't found it. Now, the last choice, and they come in all sizes, and this is the one I take on larger trips, is a percolator. You can get percolators, you can get titanium ones if you want. Again, you know my feelings about that. But this is I call a 6-cup percolator. This is a GSI model as well, GSI Glacier. Stainless steel, which I love, has directions in the top. Watch the bottom because it drops out. But this is just your old style percolator. I've used this on the stove at home. I quite like it. Their recipes for coffee, I think it's like 2 tablespoons a cup or something like that. That's Starbucks strength. That's crazy. The nice thing is you have a percolator and you have a 6-cup kettle. This comes in 9 and 12 cups as well. You could opt for the granny ware ones, the blue enamel ones as well with a percolator. They're a little less expensive. I think they're about 20 bucks for a good one. This one cost about 27, 28 bucks Canadian. The larger ones cost a little more. Cabela's also has a line, I think they're made by GSI actually. You can also get spare ones of these because apparently they break. I will have to look into that. But the trick is simple with these. You put the coffee in the basket, you fill this kettle up to the 6-cup mark. That doesn't really stick, but yeah, okay. Set her on your stove or campfire till it starts bubbling. It says in the directions for about 3 minutes. That makes pretty strong coffee. If you want it stronger, well, add less and let it boil more, otherwise it'll be really strong. Well, you can do whatever you want there. This accompanies me and my cook kit, again, on larger trips all the time. Either this or a little lighter, the French press. Give you some quick weights here. This percolator, 561 grams, or 1 pound, 4 ounces. That's a little heavy. This little guy, that's better. It's 248 grams. So just a hair over half a pound. Oops, hang on, I forgot the strainer. It's actually 9.3 ounces or 266 grams, so a little over half a pound. But again, you got a nice little kettle, stainless. You don't have to carry these by themselves, by the way. A lot of the kettle, the little ones, it's nice to come with their own stuff sack. which I find is great because, well, keeps the kettle where you want it, and it also keeps, if you got any soot, keeps the soot inside the bag instead of over everything else. So this has been my standby for, again, 20 years. It's a little outbound. You got that choice, you got this one. Those are the ones I tend to go to. I'm still fiddling with French press. I tend to bring those camping more, car camping and so on, or canoeing. But those are your options. Those are some of your options. As I said, I won't go into the big, expensive espresso makers and so on because, like I said, I don't have a need for them, so I can't really tell you. But that's Caffeine Creators in a nutshell. Your other choice is to get the little envelopes of instant coffee, which I find are just great. But if you want real coffee, well, you've got plenty of choices here. So that's been another video from Alberta Bushcrafter. Well, thank you very much for watching. I'm Dean. Take care and good day.